My name is Oliver Ike. I am the Associate Director of Admissions and Recruitment for the Department of Social Welfare. Social welfare is really a program, and it's a degree. The MSW degree is something for people who want to make a difference in the world, who want to serve the public. So for people who want to work with foster youth, or if you want to work mental health services, providing services that perhaps you never had, just basically helping the people that need the most help, that are overlooked, underserved in our society. People who get an MSW degree, the beauty of the MSW degree is that there's so many different pathways that this opens for you. You could teach in our program at UCLA. You could work in schools as a school social worker. You could work in hospitals. You could work as a chaplain. You could work in corrections. You could work with foster youth. You could also provide mental health services. And the list goes on and on. So it's really a fantastic degree for people with really good hearts who want to give back to their communities. We do have both a master's program as well as a PhD program. The applications open at the same time, generally around Labor Day, usually right after Labor Day in September. Our first deadline for the PhD program is only one deadline, and that's December 15th, and that's the same every year. We have a December 15th deadline for our master's program as well, and that is geared towards people who want to apply for UCLA fellowships. So if you want to apply for fellowships, make sure to apply by December 15th, and we will consider you for any applicable fellowship on our end. And then if you don't feel you qualify for fellowships, or if you need longer to complete your application, our final deadline is January 15th. UCLA actually offers a lot of very generous funding opportunities. I would say the number one funding, actually there's a couple. There's actually one geared towards double Bruins specifically. It's called the Charles F. Scott Fellowship. So that's geared more towards people who want to pursue leadership roles. It's kind of more catered towards the government, but if that's you, you actually have a really good shot of receiving that fellowship, because again, it's reserved for double Bruins. The other great fellowship is called the Graduate Opportunity Fellowship. And this is a really generous fellowship that is going to pay your fees and tuition, include a stipend as well. And it's geared towards people that are underrepresented in higher education. So if you're first gen, if you went to community college, if you came through the foster care system, all of these things are applicable for people who are underrepresented in higher education. So if you feel you qualify for that, then those are generally the most generous fellowships coming into our program. But once you're in our program, we do have fellowships that you could apply for. So as long as you're doing well in the program and you apply for these fellowships that we put out, then you'll receive some level of funding. And it'll vary from year to year. There's research opportunities, and those positions pay very well. We have several research centers in our school, and we have stipend programs both with the County of Los Angeles as well as the state of California that provide funding for up to 2 years. So those are generally the types of funding. We also have TA-ships as well. We have an undergraduate program, so that's usually in your second year. So those are, and then we have alumni funding and donors that provide funding as well. And the last thing is need-based funding. So just complete your FAFSA. If you have an unmet need, we'll automatically basically give you back a portion of that based on what your unmet need is. So the first thing to kind of clarify is, so we're called the Masters of Social Welfare program, but just to clarify, it's the same degree as Master of Social Work. So if you're looking to get into social work, don't let the name confuse you. It's the same MSW degree. It's going to open up the same job opportunities, and you'll be working in the same settings as you'll be a social worker. So we've changed our naming convention. We used to be the School of Social Work. We changed it to Social Welfare because we are here to serve the welfare of all people. So we felt that was a better description of the work our students do. So that is the first thing. And the other thing is, I think, well, I mean, you're at UCLA, so that you've actually accomplished something that is very difficult to do. So we have a lot of people who are coming from different programs and different universities who are a little bit afraid of the kind of the UCLA brand and the name. But since you've already conquered that first difficult hurdle of getting in as an undergrad, which is no small feat, then you've actually already overcome the biggest kind of mental hurdle most applicants have. The best information and the most helpful is through our website. So if you just go to luskin.ucla.edu, social welfare, you'll find we have an FAQ section. We have a lot of resources there. You can make an appointment with me directly through the website if you have specific questions. We have a YouTube channel where we post helpful videos. We have social media, like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And we also have a Reddit AMA that's available, and that's kind of ongoing. So any questions you have, you should be able to find answers for through those mediums. And then we also do information sessions, virtual, in-person information sessions. We do workshops for essay writing. We have alumni panels. We have current student panels. So we do our best to get you contact from basically every aspect of your graduate student life. So students, faculty, alumni, career services, just to kind of give you the best kind of overall picture we can. I guess the best piece of advice that I would offer is so the essays are going to be probably the most important factor for you because assuming your academics are strong, obviously our faculty know your faculty here at UCLA. So your academics, obviously your work experience, any kind of work experience you can get, whether it be volunteer, paid, part-time, full-time. So for your essays, however, you have complete control over that. Once you're finished with school, there's no way to change your GPA. You could take additional coursework perhaps, but your essays you have total control over, and they actually carry similar weight to your academics, your work experience, letters of recommendation. So I would say for your essays, think positive, write positive. So we always tell people that, basically write in a way that you already know you're coming. So you're basically just showing us what you're going to bring to the table. So just having that positive mindset really reflects really well in your essays when you write them. All right, well, thank you so much. We are looking forward to reviewing your application, and go Bruins.